Hey guys, 7W Rocks here, and I'll be talking about my experience yesterday at the live event WWE Houston. Some people just wanted me to talk about it, my experience there, especially with Brock Lesnar versus Sheamus being on the card, and not being a network special with Brock Lesnar. And I mean, a lot of people wanted to film the fight. I didn't, but there's one on YouTube with somebody had a beautiful camera, and I watched it. It's like 8 minutes long, and it's the full fight. So definitely check that out before WWE probably takes it down. Just at exciting time, quick overview if you don't want to watch the entire video. It was exciting. I mean, it's a live event, so they weren't gonna, do crazy stuff. And I've seen better wrestling at shows, obviously, but it was just cool to see the guys and see a lot of guys that I don't see on TV, week in and week out. The mid card people and such. But it was still fun. I was disappointed. No, Neville. Roman Reigns wasn't there. Charlotte wasn't there. I know Charlotte was at a Wizard World convention, so I don't know why Neville or Reigns wasn't there. I don't remember them being another show the same day or something. New Day wasn't there, which I was really disappointed with. I really wanted to see New Day. But with Roman Reigns not being there, it led to Ambrose and Kevin Owens becoming a street fight in the main event. So I was really happy Owens and Ambrose were technically in the main event. So that was really cool. But just going to get on with how the show went. First off, during intermission, my dad said he was going to the bathroom, and he came back and he got me this. And I was really happy about it. I know, not a lot of people like Ryback, or I'm not the hugest fan of Ryback, but my dad's, never did, when we go to shows, he usually never does because he has to, he hates waiting in line, so he never gets this kind of stuff for me. So it was really, really cool, and I was really happy that he got this for me. And I already told this a few of my friends that I got this, and they just laughed about it. So, I mean, it was from my dad. That's all that really matters. So, I mean, if you don't like Ryback or whatever, and you think it's a stupid autograph, bite me. I don't really care. But let's get into the show. 9 matches on the card. The first one was Del Rio just basically came out and said, he's supposed to verse Cena, but Cena's not here, so he's taking the night off. So that led to Chris Jericho's music hitting, which I was really happy with. I think that might be the first time I've seen Chris Jericho actually, live in person. And it was really cool. When his music hit, I was so pumped. And they had a really, really good opening match. Jericho got on the mic and, called him Alberto Del Jackass and stuff like that. So that was really funny. But they had a really good match. They had the arm breaker, the cross arm breaker, the walls of Jericho, his, forget what it's called, the moonsault he does. Chris Jericho, I saw Code Breaker for the win. So it wasn't for the title, so I was like, oh, Jericho actually has a chance. So Jericho did end up winning, which I was really happy about. All the faces won. I remember that's how live events work, but yeah, I was kind of shocked. Every single match, the face won. So I guess they would just want the kids and everybody to be happy. So that was cool, though. Jericho and him had a really good opener, and it got the crowd pumped. Next, Stardust versus Titus. I like Titus, and he's really cool. He's really nice to all the kids and stuff, and he picked up a bunch of kids and danced with them and stuff, and that was cool. But I like Titus, but I don't know. There's just something about him. I think his whole hot tag thing when he's with Darren Young and he comes in, just starts throwing people around is awesome. But his matches, I'm not really that excited for. But Titus did get the win. He hit the Clash of Titus to get the 1-2-3. Ryback versus Rusev was next. Rusev was with Lana, which made me really happy, and my dad especially. My dad shows no emotion during the matches, but when she came out, he was happy about that. But it was an alright match. I mean, Ryback versus Rusev, it's not going to be a freaking technical clinic, but it was just Lana interfered. It looked like Rusev was going to win with a roll-up. He didn't, and then Ryback got the shell shock in for the 1-2-3. So Ryback, of course, got the win. Next, Slater versus R-Truth. I feel like this is why these mid-card guys still stay on the roster, still stay with WWE. They're getting nothing, and you're like, they're never on TV. You're like, why do they stay with the company? I think it's just the live events, because that's where they really get to shine, honestly. And that's kind of what it was. Heath Slater, he didn't come out with any of the social outcast people. It was just, I'm just one man, or one band, or whatever. And that was him. It was just him. So that kind of sucked. I wish social outcasts and those guys had been there, but R-Truth came out, got that huge pop with What's Up. They started to do a dance-off, or Heath Slater was do you guys want to see a dance-off? And all the kids were like, yes. And I was like, please, God, no. But he was like, you guys want to see a dance-off? Well, too bad it's not happening. He kicked R-Truth, and I thought that was funny. But he tried to get a roll-up, holding the ropes to cheat, and R-Truth ended up reversing it into his own roll-up, and he got the win with that. So, I mean, not the greatest match, but it was pretty funny. Los Matadores, I totally forgot they were even had a job, honestly, versus Kalisto and El Torito. This was just El Torito and Kalisto flying around the ring, making the Los Matadores look horrible. Freaking one of the spots was one of the Matadors got El Torito to lift him up in a suplex position, and he starts to lift him up, and he can't lift him up for some reason, and then El Torito picks up him and suplexes one of those Matadors. I forget which one, but I was like, dang, he just hit an awesome suplex, and the crowd, popped big for that, so that was pretty funny. But Kalisto and El Torito got the win, just doing a bunch of flippy stuff. Next, a big reason why I wanted to get tickets to the show, Brock Lesnar versus Sheamus. It was so awesome seeing Sheamus live. Just the atmosphere being there, like during the match, I'm watching the people on the floor in the crowd, and just phone after phone is just up videotaping the entire match. So I thought that was pretty cool. But Sheamus hit 3 consecutive bro kicks. One didn't even knock Brock down. The second one got him to down on one knee, and the third one laid him out, and he still kicked out. It was a cool false finish, but I think everyone knew he was going to kick out, so, like, no one was into it. No one was, like, freaking out when he kicked out. And then Brock hit, I think, total of 10 German suplexes, hits an F5, gets the win. So I thought the League of Nations were going to come out and attack him. But, Barrett wasn't there. Alberto had already wrestled, and Rusev already wrestled. So Brock got the 1, 2, 3, and it was just awesome. I'm really glad to say I finally got to see Brock Lesnar live in person. And he's a freaking machine. He's a beast. What can I say about Brock? Next, Brie was faced. She was with Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox got paid just by standing there. Versus Tamina with Summer Rae as the ref. I have no idea why Summer Rae was ref, but she looked amazing. So I guess that's all that matters. Basically, Tamina tried to fight Summer Rae. Summer Rae shoved her, and then that led to Brie getting the win. I mean, it wasn't that great. I was really hoping for Sasha Banks. When Tamina's music hit, everyone thought it was Sasha Banks would come out, so everyone started booing when she didn't. Breeze versus Ziggler in this match, we've seen hundreds and hundreds of times. Not hundreds, but, we've seen a lot in the past few weeks and months. It was good. The finish was really exciting. It was near fall after near fall, pinning combos, all this stuff. And neither one could hit each other. And finally, Ziggler hit the super kick and got the 1, 2, 3. So I like Ziggler using the super kick as his finisher. And the finish was really fast-paced with just pins, and you didn't know who was going to get the upper hand. Finally, Ziggler hit a super kick to win it. So it was a good match. I like Tyler Breeze and Ziggler. In the main event for the Intercontinental Championship, Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose in a street fight. It was really awesome. Owens came out with, he got a kendo stick, and he's waiting for Ambrose. He's like, come on, let's do this. Ambrose music hits. He comes out looking awesome with the belt around his waist and 2 kendo sticks, and it's like, oh, crap, it's going down. Dwight Howard of the Houston Rockets showed up during the match, so everyone was, like, freaking out about that for a while. But it had some cool spots. It wasn't like, the greatest street fight. It was like a live bench street fight. A few kendo sticks, a chair, and 1 table. The table spot was really cool. It was when Kevin Owens powerbombed Ambrose right through it. It wasn't a pop-up powerbomb, but it was just a regular powerbomb right through it. And it was pretty cool. I was really happy about that. But Dean Ambrose, he got one of the pieces of the table on the floor. Then he put a chair on top of it. And then he would end up hitting Dirty Deeds to get the win. The 1, 2, 3. So that was my experience at WWE Houston. It was a good night. It was fun. Not the craziest wrestling. Again, I was sad I missed Neville, New Day, and even Roman Reigns. I wish I would have saw the WWE champion at the time. But, what are you going to do? So it was a cool event. I had a lot of fun with my dad, so that's all that really matters. But thanks so much for watching. Sorry this was such a long video. I apologize. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at 7WRocks. And as always, have a nice day.